Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All righty, folks, welcome back to the Above the Bar podcast. It's your host, Sean. I'm smiling if you're watching the live because I snuck one in just as I went and sent everybody to the groom room. I had to sneak one in on our guests, a little quick jab before they could ever do anything. But we are bellying up back again tonight. As you know, as I always say here at the bar, nothing is off limits and everyone is welcome. So it's ladies' night here at the bar. We're bringing some of my favorite ladies here. I'm going to assume that this is the mission statement. It's from their Wikipedia. If you do not know who the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are, you're probably kind of boring. You're a boring person. You need to take a few minutes and figure out who they are, because I'm going to tell you, I've known two of them for several months now, and all my interactions have been positive and fun, even though my wife tried to sell me off to one of them. So the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, also called the Order of Perpetual Indulgence, is a charity, protest, and street performer organization that uses drag and religious imagery to call attention to sexual intolerance and satirizes issues of gender immorality. So I'm assuming that's your guys' mission statement. Look at that.
So that's actually not the mission statement. That's who.
Okay, well, fuck it then. Then fuck it. Guess what? Guess what it is today? Guess what it is today? Today, whatever.
I'll tell you.
He could. She'll give you the mission statement.
Our mission statement is to. You tell it.
No, I have to shut up.
All right, so you guys figure out who's going to tell it here in a minute. But as we get ready to kick this thing off, as always, I'm going to let the ladies introduce themselves, because I'm not screwing it up. I've got all my name lists. I know them as other people. I know them as these people. So I'm not going to jack this up, because I have a tendency to be like, hey, it's my buddy, and not think about these things. Because
that's fine. We're buddies.
So let's go ahead and do that. And one of them is thankfully, one of them is going to not get us kicked off of Facebook today. Hopefully.
Why
are you holding your hand? Why are you holding your hands up, Sister Starina Aquafina? Huh?
Aquanetta.
You need water now?
No, I always wanted a drag daughter.
He's just thirsty. She's just thirsty. She's just thirsty. That's all.
Yeah, because you're here now. So I used to go first and introduce yourself first.
So go ahead and introduce yourselves there.
So, hi, my name is Sister Alpena Omega. I am the Mistress of Crowns, or the Mistress of the Quills, for the Empire Sister of Perpetual Indulgence.
I am Guard Noshi Dent, and I am one of the people who will walk around with the sisters and make sure that they're safe.
Mm-hmm. And I am Sister Starina Goldman of Albany via South Beach, and I'm the Mother Abbess of the house. Oh my God.
And for those of you that can't tell, and I don't even know that Sister or Guard Noshi has realized that we've met before.
Oh.
But when Guard Noshi says that he walks around, he's about 6'30". He's not a short person, but does pull off a red dress very well.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
I wasn't there, but yes, I remember you were at that one of those things with the red dress.
So you didn't realize I don't miss much. I don't miss much. My wife tells me I'm clueless on things, but I don't miss much here. And we already got dibs on here. So as we've just introduced everybody, we're gonna get ready to kick this thing off.
So we do.
Oh, wait. So you have a sibling just joined. I think I know Sage Angel Habner.
Yeah,
that's a sister of
that's
ours.
One of our
as
sisters.
Well. That's Sister Mixter Trickster,
Magi
Trickster. Sister Mixter.
Sister Mixter Magi Trickster.
Yeah. Sorry.
Are you trying to say Mixoplex? Hold on. Are we trying to say Mixoplex right now?
Metroplex?
No, Mixoplex from DC Comics. Mixoplex. That was the guy's name. He had to say it backwards for him to go away.
Yeah.
I remember that's a long time ago.
So, Sean, we actually do have a mission statement. I'm going to let our guard say it just really quick. I promise.
Okay. You going to do it? All right.
Not me.
To spread universal joy and to expiate stigmatic guilt.
What's
Those are
expiate what?
Stigmatic guilt. Expiate
know.
means fulfill it, so it doesn't even matter anymore. And we
Okay.
fulfill by completely taking it on and embracing it.
Interesting. I love it. I'm telling you right now, I love every bit of it. So I want to get into all this. So we've already got a lot of people jumping on, making comments and everything.
My mother keeps saying, "Are you doing something live tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am right now. Thank you, Mom."
Still breathing. Still breathing, Mom.
Tell Mom she can come on too. We'll let Mom on.
She would not do that.
She's still on the OnlyFans, isn't she?
She just trying to learn how to do Zoom. She can't do StreamYard. StreamYard's way more complex than Zoom.
No, hold on. We can get into an entire thing. StreamYard is 1,000 times easier than Zoom. It doesn't require anything. You just click a button, like, boop, we're here.
Okay, we'll talk offline, Sean.
All right, we'll talk offline. See, but with a guy named Sean Patrick Murphy, who's a quarter Sicilian, I talk with my hands too. So who knows where I'm going to be today?
Thank you.
Would you like to
Italian,
German
German.
to see how that works for you?
It's constantly. There's going to be a lot of spirit fingers all day today.
Italian flag. I'm ready to talk science.
Okay.
Say it's always there. So let's get into this real quick. So first things first, as always, we have our big board, sticker and a cause. You know me. I don't care what you're trying to support, whether you've got another chapter of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and you've got a sticker and you want to send it to me, send it to me. If you've got a podcast, you've got a charity, I don't care what it is. Send me this, reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. They're all the Above the Bar podcast. You can find us. You reach out to me there. Even our email is theabovethebarpodcast@gmail.com. You send that message to me. I'll tell you where to send me the sticker out, and we will read it on here. If you really get lucky, we'll go ahead and put the sisters on the spot right now, and we'll get them to read it, and we'll make like a little commercial out of it. Maybe that would be even better.
Ooh.
We'll have the sisters do it for us. That would be a lot of fun.
Love it.
So we'll do something like that.
But also, I have a sticker as a sister. It's not for a cause, but send me your address, and I'll send you
Absolutely.
a
A
sticker.
sticker.
I have 50 in the cabinet. I'll send one home with you, and I'll send one to Sean.
So we're going to get a sister sticker and put it up here on the board.
Netta one too that I have from way back in the day.
See, I'm all about it. So we've got that. And now the other side to this is none of this happens. None of these great graphics and things you see happen without media by Dibs. If you're trying to transform your media, you want to see what the real version of your media is, make sure you reach out to Media by Dibs. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram under Media by Dibs. And if you're on LinkedIn, look up Andrew Dibble. He'll help you out. And if you mention to Andrew, hashtag belly up to the bar, he's going to give you a 10% discount on your first order with him. And he's going to give you a free consultation to figure out what's going to be the best approach for you. So it's all done real quick because we're already.
Last name Dibble. Good last name.
His last name is Dibble, and he's already on here with us real quick. So correct me if I'm wrong. I think I know who Sage is. Did Sage come to the drag shows?
Yes, Sage was there.
Okay, I know who Sage is. I got probably here. I don't know if I'll save that one. I'll ask that question afterwards because I think Sage like Sage a little bit, like little Sage.
Who doesn't?
I'm just saying. I remember at the show, I was like, wait a sec.
I'm a Christian lady. I don't know about the devil's weed.
Devil's lettuce. But Sage Sage, you're absolutely right. It is a mouthful. And Sage put it out here for us. It's Sister Mixter Magi Trickster. Sister Mixter Magi Trickster. I like it. And my buddy Miles, who was on last week, he owns the gay. Look, this is perfect. He owns the Gaylord hockey team in Gaylord, Michigan. So we went from the Gaylord hockey team to LGBT. Yeah, in Michigan. Do you know where Gaylord, Michigan is? Please tell me you actually know where this is.
It's on a map somewhere, apparently.
Absolutely. Okay, I was just double checking.
So if Michigan is here,
I've never seen a Gaylord
there.
before. Oh, wait a minute, that's not true.
Probably most of them were. Let's just be honest with each other here.
Oh, hockey.
Yes, hockey. And then
Hair. They have the good hair.
And then let's see. Dib says he's sending out a sticker here soon. Sage, I knew that was you. Look, who me? I plead the fifth. So all right, let's get into this. So
okay, let's go. Let's go, Sean. We're gonna go.
So we're gonna get into this, and make sure you lean up a little bit so the mic can pick you up there. So I know all your little.
Not me.
Yeah, no, not you.
Shut up, Sean.
Not.
I'll project.
That's a whole nother thing too.
That's dad issues when you project.
Clean out.
So let's get in. So most people know what drag is. Drag is very entertaining. Las Vegas made drag popular. Most people know that culture.
Yeah.
To most people, it's depending upon your age group, it's either the RuPaul show, drag show. If you're younger, if you're a little bit older, it's Barbra Streisand, Cher impersonators. It's people that were doing that, and then there's that middle ground with the movie that we talked about before.
Sean, I'm just going to correct you for 1 second.
Okay, please.
RuPaul is the new people, and you were like the old people were Barbra Streisand, Cher.
Impersonators.
We're going to go Varla Jean Merman, Head of Lettuce. Those are the ones that were doing it way back in the day.
Well, that's who was doing it. I don't know. So that's
they're legends.
Okay.
The night and Harvey Firestein, yes, Torch Song Trilogy, yes, but that's different.
I love Harvey Firestein. I'm sorry.
Did you see Torch Song Trilogy, the movie?
No.
My mother
you should, because I played that role 3 times. But apparently, it's fine, Sean. We can keep going now.
Harvey Firestein is great. And
I'm happy that he finally came out that he doesn't know what his gender is this week. He doesn't know what his gender is.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's going to come out as gender
if you
fluid.
play with Tonka trucks, maybe you might be something.
Well, no, he
in your own head.
He released his book, and now he's like, I don't know what gender I am, so I'm very excited to see his journey.
That's great.
Very excited.
That's really good.
See, now that's interesting to me because as an older gay man, I would think that. Now you, as always, I'm the guy, folks, that is very. I feel like I'm accepting. I feel like it's stupid to say I'm accepting. I feel like that's such a dumb. It's like when people are like, "I got a black friend, can't be a racist."
Oh,
that's like a dumb. But like it's a dumb thing to say. But I also feel like in society, if you don't say it, people are just automatically assume. Like I've been, you like. I know you guys like my beard. I can't tell you how many times as a white heterosexual male with a beard, people and I drive a truck. People really expect something different of me.
Yeah.
Like
they're
right. No, they expect that the name that will never be said again.
Right. Yeah, they expect that I have one of his stickers on the back of my car or something along those lines. I don't.
Yeah, Voldemort.
Yeah, I have a vote. Look,
Voldemort was a commander. Voldemort was the commander in chief for 4 years. Not funny, but it happened.
But people expect that of me. But at the same time, look, I vote libertarian. It doesn't matter. I don't vote for any of them.
I just did, but I was like all over the place with that. No.
But so people have that expectation. So I'm going to ask questions that most of us want to ask, and they don't know how to.
Okay.
So going back to my thoughts here, that I completely lost track of because we went off into something else because that's what we do.
You're distracted by my face. I understand.
I know. It's like one of those kind of things where I go, I'm just not quite sure.
But yeah.
And for those, I would like to know if anybody got my Police Academy reference earlier during the IG. During IG, we had an IG going on.
Okay.
If anyone can get the Police Academy reference, go ahead and throw that up here on the Slack or on the chat here. See, that's how used to being at work I am. I'm talking about Slack.
For you.
I don't need the glove. So I'm not like I've got it all covered. So moving into this, so how did each of you get into like I know for each of you it's different, but I really kind of want to talk about what your journey to getting into this is. And I've talked about this before in the show. This is not sexual.
No.
And that's what a lot of people initially think. You know what I mean? It's not like where transgender is different than drag.
Definitely.
Right.
Wow.
Like it's a very different thing. And a lot of people
it's a different thing. It's a different thing.
And a lot of people, if you don't educate yourself, you mix them together and you think, well, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not. None of you, outside of when you're around your sisters, except for maybe Alpena. I've never seen you outside of anything but this. You know that, right?
You've never seen Alpena out of Sister Face?
Never.
No.
Well, you've never seen me out of this either, too.
But we're friends on Facebook.
Right, so you look. Oh, so you're trolling my Facebook? Okay. Fine.
Yes. The second Tuesday of every week. And just like I've seen, but you're the only one, Alpena. I've never.
You've never.
I didn't realize that.
You better.
Because you don't post any pictures. Your Facebook is constantly being taken down.
Well, no,
yeah.
Oh, she's in jail now for 30 days.
I'm in jail twice, and actually on both accounts now.
What did you do?
I don't know.
We talked about it earlier. But what's your question, Sean?
So what was your journey into? Let's start with that. What was it? Just regular drag? Like, were any of you into regular? I guess regular traditional drag. Performance type stuff.
We can do it. We can do it separately because
it's different for each person.
It's different for each person. I'm going to defer to you because you are the oldest sister in the house and you've done it longer. So talk about your journey, and I'll talk about mine because I'm the second, and then Alpena is.
I'm the baby.
She's the baby.
We still have to change. She's
not prom night dumpster baby, but she's the baby.
Dumpster baby.
But talk about. So talk about your journey because you're the reason we have the house in Albany.
So
you got to speak louder. Project to the back of the house. Ethel Mermanent.
All right.
Yo, big.
Sorry. I'll talk.
Hello, my honey. Hello.
All right. So, having a lot of difficulty whenever I was growing up because the gay thing. Then went to the Navy. That didn't work out either. Pretty much for the same reasons. And
that's so fitting.
Kind of just developed, So I had a life, and my life ended up being a eligibility worker for like the county, which sucks ass. Let me just tell you, this is the soul sucking job ever. Thank God I'm not doing it anymore. But
what was your position? A what?
Eligibility worker for Medicaid and food stamps.
Oh, I thought you said eligibility recruiter.
Oh no, evil. So I was an evil person. I since
she denied people.
I did.
The Nile's just not a river in Egypt.
Really required for me to do so. But anyway, so in that space, having gone through a lot of crap, just like everybody else does, I'm sure, but this is my journey. So did that. And then what I was discovering through my life was that the entire system is pretty much built out of a concept of oppression of multiple layers of people. And so I can get into the politics of that, but that's just where I'm coming from. And so as a political person, or just a person just really, realizing that political issues shape us and our experiences, that I should interact with that. So I really wanted to be politically active. And so I started that journey. But at the same time, I had a friend named Michael Weiss, who was also a county worker, but he was starting this thing with crazy people who didn't know how to stop talking. Shut up. And pretty much, they dressed crazy, and they would go around and they would teach people about safer sex.
Yes.
And they would also talk to them about how we can help each other societally, or just even on our own, specific community at that point. It was Eureka, California. And we were just trying to, do something better that brought the community together, or at least gave something back to the community. So we started fundraising. This is 2006, 2008. And we ended up doing some very large stuff. I'm not sure what they're doing now because I've been gone 7 years. But at the time, with the first thing was called Bingo with a Twist. They made like 17 grand. Boom, on the spot. It was a huge event.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it was like 600 people
stuffed
into a place called the Sapphire Palace in one of our Indian casinos for the Hoopa. I think it's for the Hoopa. No, it's for Cherry Heights.
Hold on.
Hubba.
Starina, say that again. This isn't
Hubba.
Yiddish. This isn't Yiddish.
It's Hoopa.
Hoopa?
Upa,
Yeah,
no.
it's-
I was in Fiddler on the Roof.
Haka.
I was in 4 times. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Haka.
a tribal group of Native American Indians who live on the west coast of California near Humboldt, or in Humboldt, and they're the Hoopa tribe. They're related to the Yuroks. In any case, but we were on their tribal land and we were using their facilities. And
One second.
oh
I
my
just-
goodness.
sorry.
Stop here.
No, I just shared that my mother wants to watch it, so I got to send it to
All
her.
right.
So, but we made a huge amount of money. And then we were also, just kind of going forward a couple of years, there were things like Prop 8. And so we were doing a whole bunch of political work trying to organize the community around voting down Prop 8. It obviously
Now, for people who don't know what Proposition 8 is, what was Proposition 8?
Proposition 8 is the California law that was passed via the voters to illegalize the currently legal marriage between same-sex couples. So Obergefell and somebody was here in New York,
Yes.
and Prop 8 was the California case. And so they came together ultimately in the Supreme Court, where it was decided that you can't discriminate against same-sex couples because that's a class of people, and by the 14th Amendment, we're protected. So, which is a whole different legal set of decisions. But ultimately, I just want to get down to the kind of bottom line is we did a whole bunch of lobbying work locally in our community with different groups, including the government, including like Arcata, which is a city up in Northern California, where I'm from. And they made statements against the decisions of the courts as much as they did the lower courts. Anyways, there's different parts. And then also against the federal government with DOMA and all kinds of stuff. But we got to put together protests and rallies in order to inform the local populace as well as just get the word out. And then
You became a sister.
So you became a sister. So you became a sister through these different organizations, and you started the Eureka chapter. So you brought it. So you brought it to Albany then.
I did. There's more to this though, and it's important. Can I just
Yes.
throw
Go
this
for it.
part
Go
in?
for it.
So there's a whole nother section of the sisters, which is not this work. That's the politics and the fundraising, which is amazing. But there's another part of this, and I want to explain how the sisters came to be. Is that okay?
Yeah. Look, you've got the floor right now.
Oh,
I will pass it on.
well, I was going to talk about how the sisters came to be. That's how I became a sister.
How we came to be.
Yeah.
Then I'll save it for sisters.
Like actual sisters, or
Well,
like
look, and now it sounds like real sisters fighting over shit and fighting over the phone and everything else.
big sisters came to be is why I became a sister.
So
Okay.
what-
I want to interact with this. So cool.
Yeah.
So there's a reason I'm dressed that way and this way, and why you're dressed that way, and those two things came together eventually. But that's
did.
what I want to hear you talk about. Anyways, so there's these three parts, which is basically the politics, the money, and then also the spirit of the sisters. And the spirit of the sisters is a big, huge reason why I'm here.
Yes.
Is because
Now is that so? Hold on a second. So this is a separate organization within.
no, these are different reasons people are present.
Okay, so it's not like so it's not like an organization within the sisters called the Spirit of the Sisters.
No,
No.
this is the idea of us. At least the
Okay.
idea is out.
Okay.
One is money, fundraising. Two is politics. What do we have the ability to do that will make social action occur? And then the third part is the spirit of the sisters, kind of our work. We have a mission, and that is to spread universal joy and to expiate stigmatic guilt. And you can't do that without the constructs of religious experience. And the one thing that most gay people, not all, but many gay people have experienced has been rejection by their church or their spiritual faith. It's a huge issue in our community, and that's something that we attempt to bring to each of the people we encounter as sisters or as guards. In our
True.
work.
There you go.
Was it my turn?
Yeah,
Go for
I'm
it.
done.
Oh, so why did I become a sister?
I'll step out.
Why did I become a sister? Okay, I'll tell you. So I went to Catholic school in the 80s,
Oh, good.
like full-on Catholic school, and Our Lady of Mount Carmel, shout out Schenectady, Our Lady of Mount Carmel.
Our Lady of Hope in Baltimore.
There you go. Good morning, Baltimore. Anyway, so I went to Catholic school and I wore the Catholic school uniform, and I'm Reformed Catholic, but the nuns were my favorite people. Like, I still keep in contact with a couple of my nuns from elementary and junior high school. And when I first started doing drag, I would dress like a nun and do drag. So, and then when I was in college, when the internet was first born, thank you, graduated in 96. What was that? It wasn't Google yet.
It was Prodigy. You had Prodigy. You had Prodigy.
So I Googled gay nun, and all of a sudden there was a cover of the Time magazine of a nun on roller skates in San Francisco, which is one of the first people who did the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And the entire Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence was built on the AIDS crisis. And this is a history. So they would go out there and just like hand out safe sex pamphlets during the AIDS crisis when
Sister Florence Nightmare.
Yes, when Ronald Reagan wouldn't give any safe sex thing, the sisters did in San Francisco.
We were the first to develop a safe sex pamphlet.
They were
and resource guide.
So
you want to upset a Reagan fan? You want to upset a Reagan fan like super fast? Super fast.
I cut down their forest.
No.
I mean, I was a Reagan fan when I was a child because
you didn't know any better. So,
I didn't know any better. And Reagan had good suits, so it's cool. But anyway,
so you know how they're all big gun. You know that's a very Republican guns and everything. When you explain to them that the entire reason that California has shitty gun laws is because Reagan was afraid of the Black Panthers open carrying in California. So he created all these restrictive gun laws. When you explain that to them, that it was basically a super racist thing to do, that they created these gun laws in California to keep Black Panthers from open carrying, they get like, that's bullshit.
Horrible.
I don't know. I just do history. That's what our thing is.
Horrible. But I will tell you, so then I saw the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and then there was somebody in Albany that tried to start the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and they asked me to come on, and I was like, I'm ready. And then it fizzled out.
Oh.
And then now here we are, and our baby sister who loves her. What do you call them when you see them on Facebook? Beautiful creatures. When you see
my nunlings.
No, because when you joined us, you were like, I used to
talking to the microphone.
Oh.
Nobody can hear you if you're talking to each other face to face.
Sorry.
This is a whole, like, I know you're used to seeing me and everything. This is an audio medium also. Just throw that shit out there.
I'll move up.
You'll say it. When you saw the sisters, I would see these glorious creatures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there we go.
all right.
Now it's Alpena's time. I'm just going
I want to throw this out real quick. Sage just posted, I'm assuming it's on my Facebook page. I'm not sure if you're on mine or not, Sage, or if you're on the show page, but just posted a spot on Facebook where you can make donations. And just so you know, there, Sister Starina, my wife, determined that you are from upstate New York because you cannot say the word elementary. You said elementary.
Is your wife from Massachusetts? Because my husband's from Massachusetts too.
Nope, my wife is from grew up between Schenectady and Cohoes. And only you people from upstate New York do not know how to say the word elementary. You say elementary.
Where's Sean from?
Exactly.
Sean, where are
She
you
should
from?
know.
I'm from Baltimore.
Oh.
Good
Morning, Baltimore. Okay, Alpena,
Anyways.
give your truth.
All
Give
right.
your truth, bitch.
So, always was a gay kid.
Always?
You're gay?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's not right.
What about your husband? Tell him
What's going on here?
what's that mean?
And never went to Catholic school. Like did the catechism bullshit. Didn't even make it to confirmation. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I know. I'm going straight to hell.
I'm
Going there anyways. Always had a fascination with nuns though. My grandmother
Really?
actually used to drive around a bunch of nuns like grocery shopping, so that could be part of it.
I love nuns.
I
What's that about?
Nun iconology. I've dressed as a nun a couple times. Like if you look on my Facebook page, you will see me as well. Not actually even then. I'm dressed as a nun.
I've seen it.
There's a picture of me with a schoolgirl. We're doing something naughty at the Rocky.
Yes, it's Rocky Horror Picture Show.
In full nun, 6-inch white
Love
platforms.
Rocky
I went to Salem, Massachusetts for my first time dressed as a pregnant nun. My best friend went as a priest, and my other friend went as a demon. But anyways, back in the early days of Facebook, I was scrolling through Facebook, 3 o'clock in the morning, because that's what we did back in 2010. And I'm scrolling across and scrolling by this fierce-looking creature.
Wait, is that the one that?
Yeah, sure.
Is it the one that died?
No.
Let him finish. We let her finish.
She interrupts
Just
constantly.
asking. Rude.
So I'm
No,
like,
he's not.
okay, and again, great nun iconology. I'm like, why are you dressed as a nun? I need to know about that. And she told me about the sisters at that point. And that was Sister Shelby Hellbound.
Yes, good
Who is
nun.
now
That's
Sister
a long time ago.
Indica Sativa. But she told me, it's like, oh, well, this is what we do. Here's who we are. I was like, oh, all right. She goes, look by you and see if there's a chapter. And I went, okay, let me look. And no, there's no chapter. She's like, oh, you can start. And went, that's not this gay person. Yeah, do I like drag? I love drag, but I was not brave enough or comfortable in my own skin to go do it. But I was like, okay, so I followed them for a long time. And then a couple years ago, I'm kind of scrolling through Facebook because that's what we all do when we're bored. And then I see another fabulous nun, and I see they're at Rocks. I'm like, whoa, wait, why is there a nun at Rocks? And that was this one back then as Sister Nova China.
Yes.
And I immediately messaged them, stranger, don't even know. I'm like, why are you here? Are you part of the sisters? What the hell's going on? And that's when they told me, yeah, we're actually starting a house. And I'm like, I'm in. What do I need to do? I'll show up. It wasn't even a question.
You must murder someone and bring me their head.
Right? I was ready.
You must murder a mannequin of a nun and bring me the head of the nun.
I couldn't believe it.
I was ready. So, what I get from the sisterhood is, one, it has actually brought me back into the community again.
What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean?
Well, through many
important.
of my people that I've had relationships with,
We're in a relationship now.
there were people that I couldn't bring out to bars, and that's what a lot of gay scene in Albany is just going to the clubs. And because of them not being able to control themselves on alcohol, I'm like, let's not ever put ourselves in that situation. So, I led a very secluded life. And I was like, oh, wait, this will bring me back out into the community. And I'm like, oh, wait, this has also helped me connect with the community that I should have been a part of for 47 years,
Are you older than me, Thomas?
You're 47?
I'm 52.
No, shut the front door.
52 in April. So
Shut the front door.
fat don't crack, honey. So,
Thank you.
I swear to you on all that's holy, as many times as we've met, I thought you were younger than me.
how old are you?
I'm 45. Will be 46 in July.
You little youngling. You're so cute.
44 in August.
I really thought you were younger than me.
Thank you.
Daddy.
Thank you. I'll buy you a drink the next time we're out.
Yeah.
Look, if that's all it takes, look, you all look young.
But
Keep speaking your truth.
Thankfully,
Keep speaking your truth, Alpena.
I'm older than him.
so,
I want to pet that.
I got to
beard.
become a character that allows me to do things that Thomas Nolan wouldn't do. I don't think Thomas Nolan would just walk into a bar and talk to anyone, but Sister Alpena can talk to anyone about anything, hear any story they have to tell. We'll be happy to sit with someone and listen to their woe or listen to their praise, and stand up for them if they don't want to stand up for themselves, or can't. So,
Well, you bring up a great question, and I want to ask this question. And if you looked at the hashtag when I posted this, and I really meant it, hashtag real you.
Mhm.
When
you're coming for her with the hashtag for you.
But I'm actually coming for all of you. When you are, and I want to say persona, but I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
That's a correct word. That's correct.
Okay, because I almost feel like, persona could be almost a disrespectful way to say, no, that's not, this is still me. This is still who I am. And I don't ever want it to seem like it's not. But when you're Alpena, Starina,
Check your messages.
I was fucking looking at my phone. I was looking for my phone just now, and I was like, I almost called you Yoshi. But look,
Not in a video game.
That's what I was like. I was like, no, it's not. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not Naruto. It's not Yoshi. Oh, Noshi. But
No
but,
shit.
but when you're in that when you are that person, not persona, when you are that person, is it realer than when you're your birth person?
Wow.
So yes.
Wow, you're
Absolutely.
deep as shit, Sean.
But it really, and I got to fix my chair. My fucking chair keeps falling on me.
I
Why?
know.
I'm done with this thing.
Careful. You don't want to cut your own show.
No, it's my. I have like I got to get new bar stools. My damn bar stool keeps like the thing in it keeps falling. So as I'm watching myself like slowly shrink. I'm like,
Are you sitting on the cushy part, or did you turn it upside down and sitting on one of the pumps?
no, that's why. Look, that's why we always have the double entendre at the end of every show.
Ooh,
That's
double
for you.
entendre.
Yeah, be sure to push your stool in.
Rude. So ask the question. Ask the question again.
So let me ask the question again.
Okay, ask the question.
When you are this person, Sister Starina, Noshi,
Yoshi.
um,
Nori.
No shit.
That's fine.
no she.
I'll get it later.
When you are that person,
Yeah.
is that person realer than the one you were born as?
Yes. Absolutely.
Mostly.
This is a person that you no longer have responsibility for being every day. This is a person that gets to interact with a person at their core as they approach you. Not so whenever somebody comes up to you, they say things that they would never share with like somebody that they could understand as another person they are going to run into. When you look like our friends here, these beautiful sisters, okay, when you look like this is God. Like in the Indian sense, there's like this story, and I don't know 100%. I have a degree in this too, so just
A degree in what?
in religious studies.
Sanskrit.
Oh, okay. Look,
It's-
I'm so jealous of you just for you saying that. I have a degree in human resource management, and it's the most worthless fucking degree under the sun.
Oh,
But you did out at the
we
state.
both have worthless degrees.
But I always wish I would have got it. But see, I do sales. I do recruiting,
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
and I always said I wish I would have got a degree in theology
Oh,
because I
nice.
feel it fits more into what I do
okay.
every day. Because if you can understand a community's theology, if you
They're
guys didn't know it, what you guys do is very interesting in Albany. If you didn't know it, Albany is ranked as the single, and this may be fitting or not, we'll figure, as the single least religious major city in the country.
yes, apparently.
And I find that completely not true.
I love it because we
I
have
walk down the street
so
and
many
I-
religions in Albany.
Absolutely.
You could say that, but by study, look, you do realize that in Watervliet, they tore down what was at one point in time the largest building in the entire state of New York before the Empire State Building and put an effing grocery store there.
Of course they
And
do.
people in Watervliet are still complaining about
Okay,
it.
so Alpena is going to talk now.
Okay.
And I'm, Sean, I
Oh,
love you.
I
I'm
know.
going to go get another drink
Oh boy.
and try not to cancel you.
Well, it wasn't you. It was. See, I'm not gonna.
Another
See,
time.
I-
Sorry.
Another
It
time.
was your other friend who popped in, and I swore she was gonna send her friends out, her twins,
Talk to me offline.
and I was like, no.
I'm gonna get my drink and then I'll make sure you get them. Okay, Sean, talk to Alpena because
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Here's what I get out of it. The whole question of it is Sister Alpena Omega more of Thomas than Thomas is? And I think it is. One of the great things I find with it, and I think I find happens with a lot of the sisters, putting on this makeup, you'll see if you look at sisters, the majority of us, but not all, wear a white face. It gives us a mask. It kind of protects our, normal or whatever identity. So you can be Thomas Nolan during the day. You can hold the position of power or whatever, and then go do fun stuff as Sister Alpena later. And, it might be a little bit more difficult to link the two, So it kind of gives you a little...
It gives you a chance to divide your lives.
It does, but I would say there is a lot of Thomas and Alpena, and I think now there's a lot more of Alpena and Thomas too. I think I'm probably
Preach.
I think I'm a little bit more open now as Thomas than I will be as Alpena, because one thing, I'm getting recognized as both. I know you've never seen me without my makeup on.
Never.
But there are people who have, and there's certain things I'll say now that I would not have said before, and it could be just because I'm 50. It could be like I don't give a shit anymore.
Right. Your give a shit is broken on the other side of it.
But I think that happens a lot too. Is just it allows you that freedom of not being judged. I mean, and here's the thing: is this is a big thing to be judged on. If we know we're a world of judging people on how people dress, how people look, how they walk, how they smell, or whatever, you come out like a friggin' circus tent or a parade float. There's eyes on you. Like we went out Sunday for Rock's 15th anniversary.
I did not.
I went out with.
I saw the pictures. Speaking of which,
Army and Frida, and
I was there.
And yes, you were there.
Oh, Amanda's here! Surprise! Hi, Amanda.
Our other sister.
Hey, Amanda.
I would just be associated as a performer because I'm standing next to a performer. Well, okay. What do you want me to perform? I'll do it. Nothing illegal.
At least not on the air. We're not going to admit to it.
Not there.
And my wife wants to tell you the sisters seem more alive than the average person walking around. They found themselves, and she loves it. And then William T. McChaplin says that Sister Lilith
Martise is always me.
Yeah, thank you for reading that because English is not my first language.
I don't know what to tell you about these sisters with these
I'm not sure
34
that's
50 long words.
And my wife has a concern. Now, Tom or see, this is how well we know each other. I'm so used to. I've never seen you outside of this.
Well,
I'm sitting there and I keep wanting to say the wrong name. So, Alpena, April has a concern here.
Okay.
We weren't invited to the Rock.
It was April.
You were invited to.
to Rock's 15th anniversary?
It wasn't an invite only. It was any could go.
Well, we didn't know.
It wasn't our event. Our event's
April's
in May.
his wife.
No.
April's his wife?
Yeah, April's his
Yeah.
Oh.
Our event's in May. We'll talk about that before this is over
Yes.
with.
So we will definitely talk about that. And then we actually have an Easter event coming up.
Oh, and also I will say this: I'm very excited that Alpena is part of the group because she became a nun and then finally came out of her fucking house. So I love her. She was like, "Fuck everything! I'm becoming a nun," and she's going to become a drag queen soon.
See, I think this is
No, she is.
it's pretty impressive. So, let's kind of get into some of the other elements. In here in the Albany area, April is shown. Yes, my wife. Yes, I prefer that my wife is my girlfriend, and I'm a firm believer. If she stays my girlfriend, then you always got to work for it.
Yep.
It's much better that way.
I
Yes,
mean,
and sometimes my nanny, but that's a whole nother thing. If she's my nanny, we ain't getting into
That's
that.
a different game, isn't
That's
it?
a whole.
That's a whole nother thing.
But
But
a whole different hole.
that's it. Wait a second. Then we got you so shady sister Starina Goldman. Let's talk about this for a second, though. I want to get into this for a second, though. Hold on.
what is it?
So,
Your show.
It's
I
your
know,
show.
thank you,
Oh,
thank
fine.
you. I appreciate that.
Your
Somebody didn't try to steal it from me this time.
Wow.
We could try.
What? So,
I'm gonna send you memes from the movie My Girl, where Jonathan Thomas or Jay Thomas gets with a beehive and kills by bees. Remember?
Oh my
Girl,
God,
the
that's a
movie?
horrible scene.
Remember?
Yeah.
They assaulted us.
I used to keep these.
I've watched a lot of John Waters. I've never seen that one. Though.
Let's get back
I'm
on
just gonna
topic.
say that he was trying to come. Okay, go on.
So let's get into this. So, and I'm going to use this for this moment. So, Jeremy, when we met the first time,
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
yeah,
You?
well, the room was dark and no one knows, and
Girlfriend, though.
No, we're
But-
talking about. No, it's
Okay.
but when we first met, it was Sister Aquanetta.
Aquanetta Thunder Pussy, but I had the white face. I was a sister.
So what's with and just like you said, Noshi, before you were Sister Holly, you had another name.
You have no sound.
No sound at all.
There you go. You're
Do
back.
it again.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. So what I was saying is just like you, Noshi. Before you were Guard Noshi, I was originally introduced as Sister Holly, but you
Yeah.
had another name even before then.
Right.
What's that element to this? What's with the change? Like I know Amanda Love, I know Sherry Love, and I know Frida. That's who they are.
can I invite you to be yourself for a moment?
I'm pretty good at it.
Oh, good.
I'm
And
going to
probably
lean
the
back
best
for a
version
second.
of
I'm
that.
going to rest.
And I want you to think about who you are to your wife.
Okay.
And I want you to think about who you are to
How's my
me.
hair?
Good.
And how those are very separate and qualified ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, also think about who you are to your banker.
Bitch is on my veil. There we go.
Yep,
Try bitch.
I sit everywhere. Anyway, so think about your different roles and how your relationships are really built around that. So when I lived in Eureka, California, I had a different personality to present to the community because that's a different community. There were different kinds of people. And so who I was as a sister, Sister Nova China, really was about doing community organizing and a whole bunch of work with regards to doing government work with the sisters. So I was doing a lot of liaison work where in this community, there wasn't a sister house. And so a government work kind of liaison person / that doesn't matter here because there's nobody to work with. And so my face had to change. Who I was had to change. How I performed in my community changed. And it was much more about inviting those things, the elements that are rejected and unappreciated or disvalued or even hunted down and killed to the table. And so Holly Heretic came into being.
I thought this question was for Sister Starina.
Of course,
I thought it was.
I'm like,
You did, Sean. You did, Sean. You called me out.
I was talking about all of you. Look, let's go ahead and put this out here.
Talk about the changing of the names too. I've
Right,
already had.
but
I put it out there, but look,
Starina,
there is no
right?
doubt in my mind that
Fine.
if you give Noshi a moment to get a hold of that mic and you don't take command of it, he is a guard. He is going to take command. He is fabulous in leather right now. So just be prepared.
Don't even do that. Don't even do that.
do what?
Don't do that
Who?
to nobody. But that 9. Put it down.
Yeah. And just like that, someone got pregnant on the show.
I'm an old lady. I don't want.
So back to what I was saying here, though. So it's just as you've gotten older and yourselves have changed, you've switched out personas and kind of adjusted fire from there.
Are you talking to me?
Have you
In
changed?
general, yeah.
Yes.
What was yours?
I was Aquanetta when I did drag, and I'm now Starina.
And she's married now too.
She's a housewife sister.
It's true. Like I did drag for like 16 years, and now I'm doing sister drag.
So it's like Housewives of Alpena.
Yeah.
Oh God, we got a TV show now.
Wow.
The real sisters
Yeah, I
of
did
Albany.
drag for like 16 years, and now I'm doing the sister thing because that's more important to me because it's community service. Like I'm a nun. And
I get it.
Nuns, you know.
Well, I think it's something to talk about, even about the whole nun look too.
Yes.
When
Well,
this,
yeah.
Here, let me scoot up because I know I can't. There we go.
Oh, bitch, get here.
She's moving.
Put a pillow behind her.
Prop her up.
Prop her up.
Prop her up so she don't die. Okay. So even one of the whole things when the sisters started. So it started with people that were in the Midwest moving to San Francisco.
Yes.
With nuns' costumes.
Kenneth Bunch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Easter Sunday one year they decided to go out in these nuns' costumes. Let's just say, girl,
I know.
a British
Like,
version. Anyways, I'm trying to get it quick.
Wikipedia. Shut up, Wikipedia.
So they go out and they have fun in the community. You know, it's Easter Sunday, and they find out that people in the community are coming up to people who are not dressed as nuns. They are not nuns, but they're treating them like nuns. They're talking to them about their feelings. They're talking to them about their woes like they would. And it's the realization of these outfits with these faces make people react
to
something that's needed. You know, if you need that guidance, if you want that connection with a religion, but, you know, not to have the guilt that goes with it.
And even say just something of a spiritual nature.
Yeah.
Well, it was a time when Harvey Milk was still alive.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like legit. The sister started when Harvey Milk was still alive, and
78.
79.
But yes.
but yeah,
Wikipedia says 78.
I mean Harvey Milk. That's the
I don't know what
basis.
to tell you about.
That's the
Wikipedia.
basis.
It's
That's the
1979.
basis. That's the basis of
And it's Wikipedia.
the Empire Sisters. Harvey Milk was still alive, and we had nuns. So,
But it's bringing the fun aspect to religion. Sometimes it's bringing the accessibility of someone you wouldn't go to maybe normally, but now you can confess your sins or explain your woes to someone that's not going to judge you, because I'm not going to judge you in this outfit because you're going to judge me.
Not really
Will
conducive.
Sean wear it? Will Sean wear it?
What?
That outfit Alpena's wearing.
Would I wear that outfit?
Liza Minnelli.
Will you wear it?
I don't think that I would wear that outfit.
Not to
only
shop.
because I've never so again, I wasn't brought up in a household where anybody was truly discriminated. So I've told this story before. I don't know if I ever told it on the air before. I'll tell it now to give you the background of why I kind of am the way I am and don't judge people for anything. Was because of my dad. And my dad was my parents got married in 1972, and my dad invited, now remember, this is 1972, Baltimore, Maryland. My dad invited a black man to the wedding. My grandfather.
We're going there.
Yeah, no, we'll go there for a second. My grandfather made the comment that he wasn't going to go to my father's wedding because he invited a black man. And we got to remember, my grandfather was from North Carolina, Irish, Appalachians, the whole 9 yards. And he wasn't going to go. Mm-hmm. And my father said, this man picks me up every day so I can get to work, so I can go to work and take care of my family. Picks me up every day. If you're not going to be there, that's fine. You don't need to be there. My father told his own father, you don't have to go. So that was the household I grew up in, was judge people more by their actions and not by their looks.
Right.
So that was the household I grew up in. So that's why, as these things move forward, I say that when, because again, like I said, I get judged. I get judged on the other ways. It's so fucking stupid.
What's your fucking beard, bitch?
But my beard is pretty glorious.
It is.
You understand that. The fact that I have a natural skunk.
Nice.
Your house.
Look at bitch. I have a natural skunk too.
What, you naturally put makeup on it?
I will kill you.
It was natural. I saw. I watched.
No, I have like the beard, but I.
What? Come on. Don't. They're called words. Go ahead and use them.
I brushed it.
She already said that.
Your teeth? You said you brushed them. I don't know what you're talking
about.
Get out of here, bitch.
Not sure.
I love you, son.
And my wife says she thinks I would look sexy in the outfit. She judges me. She'd hit that. And then, what's that?
I'll slip it to her the next show.
Who is Robert?
Robert is a buddy of mine who was in the Army. And that's, I will tell you, Noshi, that you and I could have an entire conversation. Did you finish your 4 years in the Navy?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I would be really, so to me, that's an entire conversation. Was it because you were a gay man?
Yep.
Okay. I'm very, so I joined in 94. So I saw the introduction of the no, don't ask, don't tell policy. The entire process go through. I watch guys get kicked out for it. I watch people make up bullshit also, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yep.
But I was just curious. And Rob was in the Army, so we always talk slower to him.
Wow.
My brother. Wow. Talk slower to him?
Yeah, well, Army stands for aren't ready for Marines yet.
We can't say the name. We can't say the name.
What? Aren't ready for Marines yet? Talk slower?
You can't even say that fast.
What are you talking about? Like, you're so confusing. Moving on, because that makes no sense. Why can't I say talk slower to him?
You can't talk slower to him.
Why? He's in the Army. He was in the Army. I'm so missing. I don't get it.
Hey, Sean.
Have another vodka tonic.
You just
and then here we go. And Rob says, at least I don't eat crayons. Rob, I just found this out.
Oh, him?
She eats crayons.
No, they have a new thing. they have a new thing now that they're actual edible crayons.
They've always been edible. They're not
I'm
toxic.
done.
No,
I'm done.
but this is a whole thing. Like a company created an MRE, meals ready to eat, that are crayon that look like crayons. Like,
Thank God you're cute. Jesus Christ.
Seriously?
what?
MREs? They're
MREs, meals ready to eat.
Tim,
Yeah, I know what they are.
he's coming there.
And they eat them?
But they're meals ready to eat. I'll have to find the link for it and send it to you. But they're like all look like crayons.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Anyways,
Anyway, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know how deep we are into the Vodka-tonics over there, but we'll keep moving on. So,
I'm just not used to the idea of crayons that you actually eat, except that one.
so is there something I'm missing here? Do I not know?
Not me. It's him. It's him.
That's fine. So moving on. So coming up,
Are we actually live right now?
yeah, you're live right now. There's 5 people watching. 8 people have
Holy
commented. We've gotten up to
Live
11.
right
The top left, it says.
Yeah,
live.
but like I only do this live, and then the audio goes out the next day. Every time you've been on, you've been live. The look on this face right now of Sister Starina, for those of you that aren't looking, was the look of somebody who didn't realize that they were staring into a two-way mirror while picking their nose. That is the only way I can describe that look. Is like I was just picking my nose into a two-way mirror and didn't realize somebody was on the other side watching.
You're a fucking whore.
I am. I'm a horrible human being, and I don't mind it at all.
Like Golden Girls, like the old, the little midget in Golden Girls. Remember?
Sophia?
Yes.
Remember Betty White with the midget?
I
yes.
don't remember this.
Yeah, and I. Yeah.
But we'll keep moving. We'll keep moving forward here. So you said you had some stuff coming up here. What? What? What are you pointing at?
Herself.
Oh, it's you.
Wow. So we're getting ready to right towards the end of this. You can tell when Sister Starina is starting to feel it.
I'm the lady.
She is.
Exactly.
Her legs
She's a lady. Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
whoa. She's a lady. So we'll keep moving. But so we have some events coming up. You said do you want to make that announcement?
Yes,
Do
please
it,
do.
Alpena, do it.
So,
I'm just gonna.
part of the things we do for sisters is we do charity work. We try to raise funds. We do raise funds for other not-for-profits. Last September, the Empire Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Sorry, they got me all twisted.
I'm fine.
Yes.
Did a walk for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Excellent.
We went manifested, and that was a big kind of like, okay, it's a serious day about suicide, and that's all.
Rude.
And should we show up like this? People are going to like, go, what the hell are they here? Actually, we got a really warm welcome, and it was amazing. So in November, we were approached by the local director chapter to see if we could work together. And this is what's coming in May, is we're having our first of hopefully many. It's a drag show and fundraiser for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
That's awesome.
It's on May 7th.
So good.
It's
so
going to
good.
go from
so
7
good,
p.m.
so
to
good.
around 11. It's
Say
being held
it
at the
one more time. May
7th,
7th.
7 p.m. to 10:30, 11 o'clock at night at the Gilderland Elks. If you go to the Empire Sisters Facebook page, the Empire Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, tagged on the top is our link to the event. We'll have 6 to 8 local drag queens, and some of them that are coming from out of state. The sisters will be performing as well. We'll wake her up for her role.
Shut up, Sean.
So
Sean,
and
going.
basically, we're selling individual tickets are $25 a seat. If you want VIP, there are VIP available for $40. Everything goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
That's
We're not
awesome.
taking any of it. There'll be engagement center stations there where you can learn more about suicide prevention. We're going to have a silent auction as well. So, we're looking to raise a decent amount of change for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It affects almost probably everybody you know. To me, it's a huge issue in the LGBTQIA community. So that's
the
what
feelings.
I
You
want.
added a letter. You added a letter to me. Wait a second.
LGBTQIA.
Why don't you say what those mean? Rather than-
Lesbian,
No, I'm lost at the IA. Where the hell is IA?
sex, and asexual.
Okay, that's new. That's new.
Wow.
And there's one more part, which is the plus.
And the plus, which is everyone else. So, to me, it's a big issue in our community, and the more we can bring aid and assistance to those who are having struggles and don't have a place to turn to, it's something that hits me personally. Thankfully I've never gotten to that point. Obviously, I'm here, but there's been a few times that I probably could have called someone and been talked off of the ledge I was at, metaphysically and physically. So my husband suffers with this. So it's something that it's a need in our community. That's what we do a lot of, is we take these goofy faces and we bring fun to events.
My goofy face.
Your gorgeous goofy face.
Talk about it.
So you bring a little light and you bring a little levity to the event. So you make the event fun, but in the meantime, you can raise awareness. You can raise funds.
It's legit.
It's legit. I think it's the Recap House basically bought a refrigerator system for a community center that was like a $17,000 refrigerator.
It was
through fundraising. So that's what we're also trying to do. The pandemic was hard. We didn't get to do a lot of that. Well, we're out of the pandemic now. We're still cautionary.
Really?
For the most part.
It's fine.
But we now can start doing these things where we can start servicing our community.
We always service our community.
Not that way.
I was gonna say for Starina, that's a whole nother thing. But
wow, she's coming for me. Rude, Sean. Stop coming for me. Alpena had a good.
I had to throw that in there.
Call me.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, as you've got stuff coming up, we got to make sure we reach out to Dibs.
Okay.
We'll get a couple of pictures made. See what we got to do.
Okay.
Post it on our show page. I want it posted on the show page. You can share it over. Absolutely. I know you'll remind me. I know everybody will remind me. But May 7th, April and I will be there.
You call me.
And I will tell you right now, the suicide piece means a lot to me, because you talk about communities and organizations.
Yes.
We lose 22 veterans a day to suicide.
Day.
I mean, that's another big part of it.
That is such a huge thing in the veteran community, and some of it is just like Noshi and I were just kind of talking about. Is there's a large veteran community that grew up through a time that they couldn't be gay.
They couldn't even talk.
Or even the whole idea of either going to go serve your country, whether it be in a war or just serve in general, and then you're going to come back and not be given easy access to the care you need for
for medical
health,
don't act, don't tell,
or the help in general, or having the shame that some of them experience. And you guys should be put on people's shoulders, lifted through the street, and you guys should get a ticket parade every friggin' Saturday, in my opinion.
Oh my god, ticket parade! I love a ticket parade. I love it. I love a ticket parade.
It's a different thing again. But again, so this is definitely something that here at the Above the Bar podcast in our community, we will absolutely support. You let me know. That is welcome to be posted for us, because anything that deals with suicide prevention in that community, I say it all the time. It is a invisible scar that you cannot never understand, and never understand how it affects somebody.
You're a veteran, right?
20 years.
She is.
Yeah, it's the thing. A lot of it too is we just
you're a veteran.
Just talking with the contact we have with them. It's so much of the stigma too that nobody talks about it, and if you don't talk about it, it doesn't go away.
They don't talk about it. They don't talk about the stigma.
Well, that's a whole Catholic thing right there. Don't talk about it; it'll go away.
It's Catholic. I'm Catholic. I know. We don't talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I grew up. Well, see, that's why I converted to Methodist. It's like the Pepsi One of Catholic, all the same great flavor, just none of the guilt.
Well, and here's the thing is, and just to bring it back full circle, that's why we expiate stigmatic guilt, and we spread universal joy.
Exactly.
So
So we've got this coming up, and now, Alpena, did you do your first official drag show?
Nope.
That's coming up, isn't it? Is that in April?
Yeah, not yet.
Father, Son, House of Gucci, June.
Is it June or April?
June.
I thought you're not doing the Easter show.
No, I'll be at the Easter show. But
I know you'll be at the Easter show. Somebody's got some. Look, I'm gonna let you know something. I've known now in my lifetime. I've known many drag queens and people who dress in drag.
Mhm.
None of them are small human beings.
That's a lie.
Why?
None of the ones I know are.
Well, you need to get out more then.
Wow.
Every one of y'all I know is at least. I'm 5'8". All of y'all are taller than me.
Oh, you're talking
Shut your whole face.
You're 5'8".
I am 5'8".
So you're 7.
What's that now?
Stop.
What?
I'm
Doesn't
trying to take
make
an
it
area.
So, but I just tell you that because normally when we go to things, Sister Alpena protects the money as it
Yeah.
comes around. That Sister Alpena is the bouncer. So
Hey, Kenny.
You know,
She'll forceful if she
She's
has
a
to be.
lady.
shut your entire face, Amanda Love says I'm 5'8" and 4-inch heels.
Nope.
So keep that in mind. So we do have that coming up. So if you are looking to see if you want to meet Sister Alpena, you got to get a seat before I get a seat.
You also have to pay.
But
I'm taking off earrings from Alpena right now.
okay, that's weird.
It's-
So we've got that
it's-
we have that coming up here in April. We have the Easter show.
Mhm.
Then we have this
Wow.
in May.
Yep.
May 7th, 7 to 11 at the Gilderland Elks Lodge.
Yep.
And then turn around and then June. Where are you going to be at in June?
Probably will be at Donnie Magoo's.
Donnie Magoo's in June.
Mm.
Any other? So if there's somebody in the community who says, you know what, I would like to be a part of the sisters, they're thinking like, and I guess this is another question. So
Sean, can you be a guard for us?
sure. I have no idea. I have 0.0 outfit for this, but we could figure something out. But that, you know what, though, you bring up a great question. And that was going to be my next question is so say they're straight.
That's great.
You?
But like so somebody like myself who is an advocate, is a supporter, and says, hey, look, I'm not dressing I'm not putting makeup on my face. I have horrible pores. I'm not breaking out. I know me. But they want to be a part of this. Is there a non dress up version?
Oh, definitely.
Guard.
That's our guard positions normally. No, she is kind of modeling a guard look today.
It's a guard look. There are many.
There's many different versions. You're never going to see each sister wear the same thing. You're never going to see each guard wear the same thing.
If you go to Buddhist nuns don't all look the same. If you go to Catholic nuns, they're the same. Orthodox nuns, everybody wears different clothes.
So yeah, if somebody wants to become part of the sisters, we welcome it. We're coming out of COVID. We're going to be doing more stuff. We're going to be having fun. There's a process. We do. You're an aspirant. You aspire to be a sister. You're a postulant. Then you're a novice, and then you become a fully professed sister. Right now,
and also take off your top, Sean.
Say what?
Do what?
Take off your top.
If he wants to.
I'm okay. Thank you. I have one of my favorite.
I have
one of my favorite T-shirts on.
Yeah,
thank you, Kung Fu.
Kung Fu dumplings.
Kung Fu dumplings.
But anyways,
In P-Town, I love Kung Fu dumplings in P-Town.
In P-Town, it's Kung Fu dumplings.
There's
The
a
best
process.
Okay, come back to
guards
Alpena.
as well. If you wanted to become part of us, just find us on Facebook at the Empire Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Join the group, say hi, tell us you're interested, and we'll be happy to talk to you about the stuff we do. I mean, we did in December, we did an ice cream social. No, that was a brownie bake-off. But, it
was fun to do.
For the Damien Center.
That's cool.
We did it in December, darling.
That was 2 years ago. We did ice cream.
Ice cream was 2 years ago.
Also, I will say the little man did the dumplings for P-Town. I fucking love you so much.
Oh, the dumplings at that place are unreal.
I know.
We actually we vacation in the Cape every year, and I make one trip up to P-Town because it's just you only need to go there once.
My husband and I, Chad, do like a full week in P-Town, and we get the fucking dumplings.
It's all about the dumplings when you go there. Like those dumplings, we can go off into that. There is not a better dumpling I've ever had than Kung Fu dumpling. When you look at the person and you go, yeah, I'd like the pork dumplings, and they turn around and you look and there's a big pile of the dumpling meat and you watch them make them in front of you and then cook them up.
Exactly.
It's next to the Portuguese baker.
That's what
you don't know where it is.
That's what I do. Are
Yes,
is
next-
your podcast over now?
No.
Well, no, we're still going. There's 6 people watching you right now.
Hello, 6 people. We love you.
Oh wow, we're doing like dumplings.
Did you know you were live?
I'm
She
a
doesn't know where she
lady.
is.
Oh my goodness. So, but we are going to get ready to close the bar up here. As you know, they're playing that song. It's
Wow, that was
closing time. You know,
Sorry,
so-
sorry,
The
sorry.
funniest story about that song.
I
just
love you
real
so much.
quick.
I'm sorry about that.
My best friend and I went to Provincetown like 9,000 years ago. If you know Albany, you know Albany bars stay open until 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're in Provincetown. My
I'm just
best
gonna
friend's
sit
a
down.
lesbian. She wants to go to Vixen. All right, we're going to go to Vixen. We do what we normally do.
Vixen's a dyke bar.
Yeah, she's a lesbian. Hence why she
Dyke
wants to
bar.
go there. Anyways, so we get ready like it all. 11
Dyke
o'clock.
bar.
10 minutes into the bar, they start playing the closing time song. And there's like a drag queen walking around. They're like, oh, we all know that song. And the next thing you know, all the lights are on. We're like,
What does it mean?
what the hell? Slamming drinks left and right. We're like, oh, yeah, Massachusetts, they close their bars at 11.
really? Did they close them that early?
I think it's maybe
They do.
1
They
now,
do.
but it is early.
It's
I had
too
no idea they closed that early out there. See, I growing up in Baltimore, bars close at 2 a.m.
Yeah, either way, too early.
That's funny.
I'm used to bars that stay up till
Sorry.
6.
So we used to go when we were out in when I was in California. We would cross the border from Yuma, Arizona, into California because there's a 1 hour time difference. So if you were there at the right time of the year, you could party till 2 a.m. in Arizona, cross the border into California, and it was only 1 party for another hour, and then come back.
Oh, well, that's safe driving.
Well, see, I had a really good friend of mine, another Marine, who has he was on the Marine Corps rifle and pistol team, the whole 9 yards. He stopped drinking at age 20 or 20 after he tried to throw his roommate out of a bathroom window in the barracks that was only about, I'd say, about 2 feet by 2 feet.
So
He
would you have Benjamin then?
No,
And he realized that it was probably a bad idea to drink anymore. So he was always our designated driver.
Good idea.
Always. And it was great. I'll tell you, so one of those great after bar stories. We were at a bar in Yuma, Arizona, 311 to Yuma, Arizona. And he was driving. I was in the passenger seat, and we're in a minivan. There's like 4 or 5 other Marines in the back. We're all packed in there. And so keep lean in. It's a great story.
Yes, I wanna talk to them.
So as we're getting ready to pull out of the parking lot of this bar that was called PJ's, used to be called Panheads in Yuma, as we're pulling out of the bar, some guy was walking his buddy across the walkway, and they were like stumbling in front of us. So my buddy Tweety beeps the horn, and the guy's like, he stops and does the normal guy throw up, like, I'm ready to fight you thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like something out of a movie when the guy, Tweety beeps his horn, and the guy's like, F you, and throws his hands up like he only saw the 2 of us. Yeah, he did that move. Threw his hands up. The front doors open, and then the sliding doors slide back, and all of us stepped out. And the dude that was walking his boat, like, my bad, man. My bad.
I feel like it's
My bad.
Goonies.
I don't know.
Huh?
I feel like it's Goonies.
Goonies? I feel like, all right, folks. So we're going to get ready to put a bow tie on this because somebody needs to go get put to bed.
Right, come for me.
So we'll say it one more time. If you're looking to join an organization, you're looking to support an organization that supports others and supports other people with who aren't you, and really takes a look at it and says, we all belong here. We all belong on this planet. We all belong as part of this community. Then I'm going to highly recommend to you that if you're in the Albany area, you check out the Empire Sisters, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. If you've been watching the live, you've seen we've had scrolling along the bottom here, the sisters.org, Sister Mixelplix. I'm sorry, sister, because I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Mixter Magi Trickster.
And take your top off.
So that sister in particular posted on, I believe it was the show page, posted a place where you can, for the fundraiser that's getting ready to come up. So please make sure you check that out.
Wow.
We've got that coming up. Always drag shows in the area. Albany's great about those things. We have a pretty inclusive culture here in the Albany area. I have to say that. So make sure if you're in the Albany, you're checking out. And if you're not, if you're somewhere else, we have listeners all over the globe. if you're one of my listeners in Ireland, or you're down there, down under somewhere, reach out to the sisters. If there's no chapter there, maybe you could be the person who starts this new revolution of starting a chapter in that area. May 7th, though, you can guarantee if you want to meet your host and my wife that harasses me, I'll be very much willing to put $1 that come May 7th, we'll be at that show.
$1.
The dollar.
Go here.
Yeah, look,
I'm out.
And look, if you don't know what to do at a drag show, go back to our show where we had Amanda Love, Sherry Love, and Frida Munch on, and they broke down all the rules for a drag show. Tip a queen.
I was there.
You weren't there for that one. That was a different show.
I was.
Anyways, so they break everything down to you.
Big.
Oh, and look at that. Bring out the clown. So as we always do on the show, we're getting ready to close this whole thing up here. As we always do, the guests get the last word. I'm going to ask that Sister Alpena does the final word. And the only reason I asked that of you, Sister Alpena, is
I'm there.
Is that I feel like you put this whole thing together and you got us all together for this. So I think it's only appropriate. So you other Noshi and Sister Hot Mess.
Is that me?
No.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Sister Under the Table.
Is that me?
Anyway,
Sister Hot Flash, whatever you want to call it at this moment.
On Alpena.
Nope, Alpena goes last. So between the other two of you, what's your final word for everybody who's watching?
They get one or I get one first?
No, you get the final word. Don't start with me there, Alpena.
Oh, is it me?
So, Sister Noshi, or what's the final word for you?
Sister Starina, what's your final word first?
It's fun.
All right,
everybody. I'm gonna go watch the Golden Girls. It's awesome.
Sister Noshi, or Guard Noshi. God, I'm all confused tonight.
The only thing I really want everybody to know is that if you can't find, in your life a place that's good, come find us. We'll be that for you.
All right.
That leaves
it's
the pressure. So I'm going to take two. For one, I'm going to steal one of Albany's most known drag queens. I'm going to steal Frida's sentiment of remember the love. Always remember the love. Yeah. But what I'm going to say is I chose my name as Alpena Omega. I chose it because Alpena being the beginning of love and Omega being the end of hate. So go with love and forget about the hate.
Alrighty, folks. Be sure to push your stool in.
What?
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.